What's up everyone, Dan the Card Man back again. Welcome to another weekly news video. Let's just jump straight into this week's topics. The first one is actually pretty interesting. It's something we've spoken to previously on this show, and that is the fact that we've had some card shows now basically saying you are not allowed to sell your cards to anybody else at this show other than the people that have purchased tables at the show. Now, Card Porn did a post on this because what you can see on screen right now popped up on Twitter, I think a couple of days prior to Card Porn reporting on it. Basically, they've given Lamine James some credit for that, which they don't do often, actually. But what is interesting is that, a lot of people have very differing views on this. As you can see, C. Blaze is basically saying, no, you shouldn't be doing it at the table, but you should have special sections where you can go to. I agree that there should be trade sections, trade zones at every single card show. I think a lot of the big ones do have these, which is really good. But the fact we're starting to see more and more of this is a little bit shocking to me. If card shows want to keep pushing, this agenda, this mentality, don't expect your card show to exist for much longer. Now, you can understand the card show having grievance with people that take, a crap ton of cards and are trying to be a dealer at this show without having to pay for a table. But if you've got people that want to take like a card they've just brought, or they want to do a trade with somebody, or they want to sell it to somebody to buy a different card at the same show, like, why are you trying to begrudge that? Why are you trying to, not begrudge, why are you trying to negate that kind of thing happening, right? You should be encouraging people. Discouraging is the word I was looking for. You should be encouraging people to want to try and do this at your show, because if you've got people that are happy making deals, making trades, they're going to be quite excited. They're going to enjoy the show. They're going to feel like they made some good deals, which means what? The next time the show comes around, they're going to be very eager to go back and try and interact with the same sort of people once again to do the same things over and over again. Now, I understand, like I said, shows and the promoters being somewhat upset that sometimes, like I said in that, breakout cards video where he basically got accused of doing some, disingenuous things. You can understand when people take a bunch of cards and try and sit at an empty table and try and take advantage of things. That kind of behavior is not good enough, but this is not the solution, right? Trying to, discourage and almost like punish the average collector because of what a few idiots do is not the right thing to do. And if shows want to continue doing this sort of stuff, like I said a bit earlier, good luck having your show exist in, anything beyond the immediate future, because people are going to get switched off by this very, very quickly. They're not going to want to go to these shows because they're going to have eyes on them. They're going to get questions, so on and so forth. It's not going to make them feel comfortable. It's just not good enough, in my opinion. So please, share your thoughts down in the comments below, because like I said, from the Card Porn post specifically, the views, are pretty polarizing. Some people can understand and sympathize, but a lot of people are saying, what the heck? Let me do what I want with my own cards. If you don't want me at your show, good luck seeing me come back again. So yeah, share your thoughts on this down in the comments below and we'll go from there. Now, the next topic today is this update with regards to bench clear media. Now, Ty, who I did a video on 2 or 3 weeks ago, might do a pop-up on the screen to show that video, basically had a Trey Lance card, if I remember correctly. He sent in a die cut card, got a different card back from his PSA submission. So he put out a video and basically said, what the heck is going on? And this is the video down here in question from a month ago. Now, he had a real hard time trying to get in touch with PSA. Eventually he did, and this video that he uploaded 4 days ago summarizes the whole situation. Now, there's a lot of things I want to talk to, and I'm probably going to do this in its own video because there's a few talking points there that I think you guys need to hear from me in the sense that I'm going to clarify a few things that I think a few other people haven't. But essentially, what has been really disappointing to see in this specific instance is that PSA have turned around and said, you know what, mate, we've lost your card. We're going to give you a credit. However, if you want this credit back, you need to sign this document. And this document has a few T's and C's in there. And one of the T's and C's is pretty clear in the sense that if you want this credit from us, you cannot make a video talking about this, basically highlighting it in any way, shape or form. Now, him as an individual, obviously quite a big channel, 15,000 subscribers on this one. They've obviously also got Chasing Cardboard. Now, he's basically said, that's not good enough because I need to make a video to highlight this to my viewers so they can see the process, right? So they can see how PSA have gone about making this right. PSA then turned around and said, well, you know what, if you want to make a video, you got to send it to us for approval first. He basically said, no, F you, took that step back, and they're still working through things in the back end. Now, this is a pretty interesting one because PSA had an opportunity here, like Ty says, and like anybody with common sense would say, would be to do the right thing. So the fact that they've been so rigid with this approach, and yes, those T's and C's in that document that they need to get signed to get that refund to occur, to get that credit to occur, is probably, set by their lawyers, and it's not something they can deviate from technically. But realistically, they could have turned around and said, you know what, okay, this is really unfortunate. We're really sorry this happened to you. Normally we wouldn't allow this to happen, but please feel free to make the video. We just want you to maybe specify these 5 or 6 things. Now, apologies if you can hear My wife's screaming in the background. The baby's being a bit naughty today, but that's essentially the point I was trying to make, right? Where that's what they should have done. They should have basically said, you know what, mate, we've stuffed up. Please clarify these thoughts. We want to make it right. Let's try and do the right thing. But no, they've been really, really rigid. And it's not been overly surprising, right, from PSA, because this sort of culture, this sort of mentality speaks to all the issues we've seen from them in the last, 12 to 18 months. It all speaks to the same problem. It speaks to a really, really poor culture, which is something that I'll talk to in my video at some point next week when I flag this specifically. So again, please share your thoughts down in the comments below and we'll jump straight to the next topic. So this one's sort of not going to be talking myself up. There's been a few interesting topics this week. So if you haven't heard them already, please check out, my videos with regards to the PPP loans, specifically to the Sports Card Investor reaction video, the response video that he put out, as well as a clarification video that I put out. Those three things are very, very interesting. There's a few discussion points within there with regards to the PPP loans that you may not have seen if you haven't seen my video. And if you are interested, please check it out. I also put out a video this week with regards to Eric Whiteback and some really dumb comments he made with regards to card shops. And also a video the other day that's copped me a lot of flack with regards to the great curator. But again, very interesting, entertaining, if I do say so myself. Obviously, I'm going to say that because I made them, but I hope you guys can appreciate that as well. Now, in terms of like a new avenue for these kinds of videos, I'm probably going to put in a little bit more content with regards to the cards that I've been picking up on a weekly basis, monthly basis, because I've copped a lot of hate from people because they say I don't collect cards, even though behind me you can see not only a bunch of different cards. I've got a sports card over there, I've got Dragon Ball Z cards there, I've got sealed wax over there, I've got a bunch of other collectibles, right? So I just want to say, on a weekly basis, this is what I'm picking up so the haters can maybe, even look a bit dumber than what they already are when they say I don't collect. So just very quickly, I've picked up 25 one-touches. Now, for the people out there that call me a non-collector, that's pretty a weird thing for somebody to pick up that doesn't collect cards, right? So there's 25 one-touches there. I'm not going to talk to you specifically what they are for. Obviously, they are for 130-point cards if you were playing at home and saw that. But there's a set that I'm working on that I'm getting quite close to completing. I want them all in one-touches, so keep an eye out for that. Now, back to this screen, there's a few cards I've picked up lately. I'm not going to show you all of them. So if you guys don't know, I get a lot of my cards shipped to ship my cards in their holding facility in Arizona. It helps me basically get a lot of cards on the cheap from America and get them shipped home, once or twice a year. So the next shipment's coming home soon, so I don't want to spoil everything. You can sort of see some of the other cards behind, but I've picked this up, which is basically Branislav Ivanovic Soccer Flawless Auto from 2015-16. It's the only year for Flawless Soccer. No other year exists. All the boots, so this is obviously sold the game of boot piece. All the, jerseys, boots, socks, everything else, shorts that they have included in this set are match worn. The autos are on card. In my opinion, it's probably the most iconic soccer set out there. It's very underrated. I'm a Chelsea fan. Ivanovic is a very important Chelsea player, or was. So I picked this up for the collection. You can sort of maybe see some other flawless cards around here. So keep an eye out when this box does come back, maybe towards the end of the year or either the new side of 2023, in the start of January. Now, also picked up another Branislav Ivanovic card in the last couple of weeks. This is match worn again. Not many people know this. And again, this is from Immaculate. I forget which year it's from. I think it might be 2018 or 2019. He's in his West Brom jersey. He obviously left Chelsea, went somebody else, came back to the Premier League, but played for West Brom. But this is a piece of a Chelsea jersey, which is why I bought it. I got it for like $5, which is crazy, and it's match worn. This kind of stuff for soccer, especially Premier League players that are iconic, to get match worn stuff is so incredibly rare. A lot of people sleep on this. Again, it's just a big blue patch, but it's match worn to a Premier League match. That's pretty exciting if you ask me. Now, I think the last card I'm going to show is a Select 2013-14. It is Luigi Di Tome. It's not the biggest rookie card, not the best player. He doesn't even play in the league anymore. But it is match worn once again. They are sticker autos, but I've said before, Select 2013-14 is easily my favorite basketball set of all time. It's the first set that I sort of bought into with regards to, proper card collecting, in the sense that you buy boxes that can have autos, can have match worn memorabilia. So this is a very iconic set for me. The blue cards don't really do much for me. It's more so the purple prisms, or purple pulsars, I think they're referred to. I might be working on the set. Maybe that's what the one touches are for. Who knows? But keep an eye out. But essentially, I picked this up. But as you can sort of see, there's a bunch of other Select 2013-14 pickups behind that you can't see right now. So stay tuned for my pickups in early Jan or late December. Now, that's sort of it for this week. Please let me know if you think I missed any of the talking points or news items for this week. I think I covered most of them, but if there's anything else you want me to flag, please shoot me an email. It's in the description down below. Please share your thoughts on any of the talking points today down in the comments, and we'll chat through them as we always do. Let me know what you think about me adding in my pickups in a weekly news video format. Like if you want me to keep adding them in, or if you didn't like the fact that I talked to which cards I picked up, I won't do it again, but I just thought it'd be good to try and flag that for people, because apparently, you know, I'm not a collector, I'm just a hater. It is what it is. I don't really listen to people, to be honest, on that sort of stuff, but I just thought it'd be good for the people that do like to watch my content to also see what I am picking up. So, you know, I hope you liked the video. Please share your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.